Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's your man Wise. Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg just hit a serious rough patch. There's talk of an investigation into how this whole affair was handled, hopefully by the upcoming or incoming Trump administration. Let's just say some observers aren't buying the official narrative. They suspect there's more bubbling underneath the surface than meets the eye. And here's the kicker. Veteran Daniel Penny has been cleared of all charges, sending a ripple through legal circles and political pundits alike. Like, share, subscribe to the channel, drop me a comment. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. And without further ado, let's go.
So back here at home, Marine veteran Daniel Penny has been cleared of all charges connected to the death of Jordan Neely on a New York City subway. But now some in the city want an investigation into how the Manhattan DA's office handled the case. New York City Councilwoman Vicky Palladino is urging the incoming Trump administration to launch a federal civil rights probe into the case, and she joins me now. Councilwoman, good morning to you.
Good morning.
So first of all, what was your initial reaction when this verdict came out yesterday?
I think everybody just went, whew. It was over. It was done. It was clear what we thought on Friday, that how many really were hung in this jury, how many were actually baffled by the verdict. But I also said they're going to give them the weekend. So over this weekend, they knew that they were sent in to convict him no matter what. And I think there were a lot of people on Friday who knew that, who sat on the jury. And I think that's why it came back as quick as it did.
Well, police didn't arrest him after interviewing him for 10 days because they saw what the jury ultimately decided, that Daniel Penny is an innocent man. And that's where your call for the incoming Trump administration to launch a federal civil rights probe into the Manhattan DA. So tell us about that.
Well, it's really simple. I mean, the Manhattan DA has made this racial. We have seen what AG Bragg has been capable and has tried to pursue. And I think between Trump and now this is the icing on the cake with Penny, convicted at any cost. They make it a vendetta. He is definitely political. This is politicized. And I think he needs to be investigated. I think the whole DA's office in Manhattan needs to be investigated.
And you just think about what Daniel Penny's life is going to be like moving forward. There were protests outside the courtroom yesterday. Take a listen to this. This is the co-founder of Black Lives Matter in New York. And listen to what he said. Watch this.
Just like everybody else seeks justice on their own, just like everybody else has vigilantes, we need some black vigilantes.
That's right.
People want to jump up and choke us and kill us for being loud. How about we do the same when they attempt to oppress us?
So he was calling for black vigilantes to avenge Jordan Neely's death. I mean, this is what Alvin Bragg in this case did to Daniel Penny. Now he has to fear for his life.
Oh, yes. The man you just saw speaking, listen, look how many people were around him. What do you have, 5, 10? BLM, in my opinion, is just about washed up. Their message is done. Everybody, you know, this election with Trump showed us, and us as New Yorkers, I was born and raised here, you know, this racism that they've tried to promote and did through 2020 when de Blasio was mayor and they all rose up. This is now dying because people are really starting to see right from wrong. And this jury made it very, very clear. But Alvin Bragg is on a mission, as was that ADA who was despicable. How many times did they try to make this into a race issue by referring to Daniel in the courtroom as a white man?
No.
This is not a white or a black issue. Not at all. This was a right and a wrong issue.
Yeah, when there were black subway riders who were interviewed afterward and said, thank God Daniel Penny stepped in. And some of the people who also held Jordan Neely down were African-American as well. You're right. This isn't about race.
No,
this is
Definitely not about race. And I'm glad that people are starting to see through the foolery of Black Lives Matter. They're done. They're done. Their rhetoric, they had their time and they're past their prime. No one's falling for it anymore. No one is falling for it anymore. Now, this video you're about to see, mainstream media, they do not want you to see this.
On MSNBC, Joy Reid said, "The one person who was in danger, obviously, was Jordan Neely. Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez claimed, long before Penny was even arrested, that Neely had been, quote, murdered. Representative Jamal Bowman went even further, calling Neely's death an execution. But then there is the body camera footage. The relief that witnesses, fellow passengers, told police they felt when Penny took charge.
You wanna know what happened?
Yeah, I can tell you what happened.
Yeah, what happened?
He was there, right? I was in before him. Then he came in, like, he put, like, his hand so he could come in, right?
Okay.
I guess he was pissed or something, but I looked at him, right? And then he started taking off his sweater, dummy hard, and then he threw it. And then he told, like, everyone that he had, like, a rough day and that he don't care what happens today. He don't care about going to jail, but that someone's dying today.
Bro, move. You can come to me.
Go get
You got a fight at all?
No, he came on the train. I was sitting right there. I was sitting next to everybody that was moving. That was the last one I was sitting. He came on the train. He was like, yo, I'm looking for food. I'm looking for this shit. Like, he was ready to risk it all, basically. He was like basically, he's going to tell the people about to hurt somebody. He was down on the floor. He's like, I'm ready to hurt somebody. I'm ready to do this. And he was right here. Like I said, I don't think he did nothing wrong. Everybody moved, and he was about to start hitting people. He came in and he tried to do this while the cops was coming. They took mad. I was falling out home.
Yeah.
They took mad on the cop. He was trying to resist him while somebody came. They took mad on.
Okay.
And then Scott Jennings, the smartest guy on CNN right now, he had this to say, defending Daniel Penny and New Yorkers' rights to protect themselves if they find themselves in a situation similar to this.
If you're on the American left tonight, here's my chart. The good guys today, Daniel Penny. The bad guys, Luigi Mangione. It seems to me,
how do you?
Everybody
what's
on the
the
left.
chart for victims?
I'm just telling you what I see out in the world.
I
today.
know. I
What
just want you
see
to
out in
finish
world
the
today.
chart. Which victim is good and which victim is bad.
What I'm telling you is
That's not on the second page?
People on the left. People on the left can't
Scott,
seem to tell the difference between the good
asking
guys
you
and the
about
bad guys.
people on the left. I
Praising
want to
Luigi
know
and
whether
attacking
you
Penny.
think
One
that,
is good,
as
one is not.
Congressman Crane does, that Daniel Penny should get the Congressional Gold Medal to recognize his heroism. I'm not asking you about anyone else.
I think he ought to get medal. I think they ought to build a statue to this guy in New York City.
I think that race, and I'm going to say it. I'm going to say the dreaded R word. Race plays a role in this, right? And so we see
Does
it. Yes, absolutely, because statistics say that.
I don't want to hear what he has to say. Race doesn't have anything to do with this situation. As you guys saw on that train, the people who testified, gave a statement, not necessarily testified, but gave a statement. There was a multitude of people on there. And let's just keep it real. Had Daniel Penny been a brother, this wouldn't have been a charge. Simple as that. Alvin Bragg has to be held accountable. He's responsible for this district attorney office. He's got to be held accountable. And it's ridiculous that this situation got this far. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section, though. Like, share, subscribe, drop me a comment. I'm looking forward to hearing from you guys. Keep God first in your life. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.